Alright, what's going on, all you haters? It's your boy Acquire Haters, and here today I have another story that I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to tell you about it again. It's a bit of fucked up, but I gave this guy plenty of warnings and everything, so let's just get into it. Alright, so it was back in the 3rd grade again. I think it was close to my birthday. It was more about April this time, you know? The last story that I told, it was about February, because it was Valentine's Day. On when I roasted the girl. If you haven't seen that one, I would recommend it. I'll put a link down in the description below. Go check it out. It's fucking hilarious. But anyways, so I get dropped off at school and I go hang out on the playground with the normal friends that I normally hung out with. And my one friend named Quincy, alright? Yeah, his name was Quincy. I don't know, weirdest name ever. But he's sitting there and he's giving me a ration of shit. It's all good. I'm cool with that, We give each other shit all the time. We're friends. We deal with it. But he started crossing the line, and I'm like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out. I was cussing even back then. So I was like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out. He's like, oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I'm like, yo, if you don't cut the fucking shit, you're gonna start a war. And I'm gonna win this fucking war because I'm more ruthless than you are. And he's like, no, you won't, you fucking pussy. And I was like, all right, I got you. I got you today, bitch. And so I go over, pull one of my other friends. Pretty sure it was Devin. Think that was his name. But I pull him over and I'm like, alright, I'm going to get Quincy. He's like, so what's the plan? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, alright, don't you know how every time at about 1:30 when we're reading our books, he always goes and takes a shit, right? He always goes and takes a shit. So my idea was, alright, let's go get some ketchup from lunch, get our pockets full, put it under the seat and watch it explode. Well, Devin was like, man, how do we know which commode he's going to go to, How do we know which one? And I was like, look, man, you're going at 1:30. It's not in between classes or anything, because even then, we changed classes. It was a weird elementary school. Not even going to lie. But he was like, yeah, you're going to go then. You're going to go to the last stall. It's just the one with the most room, That is the most comfortable stall to go to, So, of course, he's going to go to that one. And so, what happens is, we have lunch, and I'm acting all normal, not bullshit, having a good conversation, acting like all the things from this morning has gone behind, acting like a good friend. We get a pocket full of ketchup, And so, right after lunch, before it was reading time, I asked to go to I'm like, miss, can I go to the restroom? So I go to the restroom. I fill the fucking toilet seat with so many ketchup things, and if you don't know how to do it, you kind of twist the top and you put it under the seat. And it's really funny, because he was wearing white shorts at the time. So, I put so many ketchup things, it was ridiculous. It had to be a mess afterwards, because I didn't check it out. But I get it all set and I head back to class. And so normally, like he always does, because he takes his daily shit at the daily time. He's so fucking predictable. He has his schedule and shit. He was always on time for all of his shit. He had everything marked down, playing to a motherfucking cue, right? So about 1:30 again, he's like, miss, can I go use the restroom? I'm like, oh, okay. So he goes in there. And so I'm just looking at my boy Devin, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to get this motherfucker. I'm sitting there. And so the next thing you know, a couple minutes later, I'm talking about maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he comes back and he's like, miss, can I go to the office? And you can see his shorts, and they have all these red stains, and I'm like, oh my god, he's emo! He cut himself! He cut his own dick! I'm yelling this at the top of my lungs, okay? The teacher gets all mad. It's like, Jordan, go to the principal's office. And I'm like, ah, shit. So I go to the principal's office, and the principal couldn't do shit. Called my dad, told me to fix my language because the way that I was talking wasn't appropriate. But they couldn't prove that it was me or anything. So there again, ended up in the principal's office. If you guys enjoyed this story, be sure you slap that like down below. Leave me a comment of your worst prank that you've done to one of your friends down in the comment section below. This is your boy Acquire Haters, and I'll catch y'all later.